Hey Joseph, okay, I have your watch here. It is running, uh, barely. It's probably going to stop real soon because there's an issue with the watch. It's relatively minor, but I wanted to see these numbers anyway. Generally, it looks good, unserviced, of course, but it looks decent. I was worried based on your description that the watch was stopping at the 58-second mark when the chronograph was going, because that can sometimes indicate that the chronograph wheel itself is bad. But I'm not seeing that with yours. Yeah, it's going to try and stop here for just a second because it's trying to push over the date. I'm not trying. It's trying to push over the minute counter, and it's having a little bit of trouble doing it. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a lot better than I expected it would be based on what you were telling me. Um, I was afraid that it had a bad chronograph wheel, which would be sort of deadly in terms of getting this watch fixed up for you. Now, you found this watch in a junk shop. I don't know what you paid, but I think you did pretty well. The problem that the watch has, obviously, I just pulled the stem out, which you know. Somebody was fiddling with it, and they pushed the stem in the wrong way, and the entire click assembly, click lever, and all that kind of stuff, it's all pushed up and out of the way. The lever is off of the selection lever, and it's all jacked up. It's not deadly, it just has to be rebuilt. There's nothing I can do about it until it is rebuilt. Your lower mainspring arbor port is pretty worn, but that's very typical for these. It's a nice piece. It's a late piece, 1977, but it doesn't have a ton of miles on it. The case is in nice shape. Case is in nice shape. Oh, God damn it, stop it. It's faded a little bit, obviously. You've got a little bit of lume damage on the hands here, but that would clean up pretty nicely. We get rid of this junky old crystal, and that would be much nicer looking. Indicator ring is definitely faded. But do you see, you can't really see this. See how this date is misaligned? And see how the wheel, the surface of this date wheel, which is underneath here, is pressed up against the underneath of the dial right there. Right underneath, that's underneath the stem. There's sort of a click lever situation. It's like a, if I'd been planning ahead, I'd have a visual aid for us. I don't have a visual aid. I mean, I can get one, but basically, the parts for this assembly that are underneath this part have come adrift. They're supposed to be, there's a lever that sits on top of this other lever that engages the stem, and they're supposed to be like click, 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 click. But instead, it's up and over, and it's pushing up against the underside of that date wheel. It needs to be rebuilt. But once it's rebuilt, it probably will be fine. Look, there's your old seal. It's all chunky. I'd say it's a good watch. I mean, it's going to be an investment to bring it back, but it's original. The case is in good shape. The dial is nice. We clean this up, and it'll be a quite nice watch. And I mean, look at the nice. Still got a lot of the original factory finish on the case back. No, it's a good watch. It must be serviced. It has to be rebuilt. If you want to make that investment, it's a good watch to invest in. I think it's generally nice. Just let me know. Yeah, you can tell it's the 77s. The dials are kind of more like jangly looking. They're less of a smooth gold color and more of this iridescence and radial look to them that the 77s have. No, it's a nice watch, but it's got to be rebuilt. That date wheel being pushed up like that, and the fact that the stem is just popping out, that's what it is, and it's sort of like that's a big red fire alarm that I want to tear this watch apart and fix that as quickly as possible, but it's fine as it is. Nothing is going wrong. It can wait. Okay. Good watch, though. Okay, thanks.